YouTube, another episode. This one's gonna be a dope one because we're training with my light-skinned homie, Mr. MERKEL Fitness. You guys popped IG right here, Aaron. But we're at Raw HQ, beautiful Florida. We're gonna go run a little workout. We're gonna do a full upper body workout, and then we're gonna do a little bit of Hyrox at the end, a little bit of engine building work. You know how it goes. I guess my boy Merk, he's popping in right now. How you doing, my guy?
Good to see you.
Nice to meet you.
Likewise.
Of course, this is cousin Aaron.
What up, G?
What's good, Aaron?
The GOAT, man. This is the GOAT.
We're gonna go. This is actually our first time meeting, but I just threw him under the bus. I'm like, yo, we're throwing a YouTube video up. So
Doing it. Yeah, I'm here for it.
let's run it.
Yeah.
The Hall of Fame wall, bro. 400 milligrams. Yeah. It's dope. I like it.
No, yeah.
2.9.
Was one table.
Is that what you're originally from? He's from Houston.
Go like, you know how it is, like, you go across.
So Aaron, ever since he started working with me, his training completely switched. He started doing more runs, started doing more ski erg work, more like rowing.
Okay.
So essentially what it is, it's like 8 kilometers total of running. A mile is 1.6 kilometers. So do the math. I shit at math. A kilometer to start the race, and then you do a 300-pound sled push. You gotta do it for like 4 laps. Then you have to do a kilometer again. Then you have to do a sled pull 4 laps. And then you gotta do your kilometer lap, and then it's, I believe, burpee broad jumps. After that, run again. Every time you have a station, you have to run, but burpee broad jumps, row, walking lunges, and then wall balls.
Damn. Sounds fun, I'm not gonna lie. So,
Bro, everyone that has done it, like even the guy, the other athlete, he used to do bodybuilding, and he's like, bro, like it's one of the funnest races you could do. You know a guy named Nathan French?
yeah,
Nathan French, he said, he's like, when I met him, he asked me what I do, and I told him I do Hyrox and all that. He's like, bro, I don't know if I could do that. He did his race recently in Houston, bro, only positive things.
Yeah, I mean, that dude's a dog, though. He ran 100, he did 100 miles.
Yeah. You said, like, you're probably done with bodybuilding.
Yeah, I'm not gonna compete.
Yeah.
I enjoy the training. I don't enjoy the show portion. Once you're trying to get pro or at the pro level, it's a lot of sacrifice.
Yeah.
I like being a little lighter on my You got me thinking with the Hyrox.
Exactly. Telling you, yo, you hear that?
Yeah, that's fact.
When you see Merk do his Hyrox race, who knows? Me and him could do a race together. But
I'm not saying no.
There you go.
You gotta fix that here. I gotta fix my back, and we're straight.
Yeah,
We're good.
So now we're gonna do an upper strength day, but just focus on doing definitely pull-ups, definitely some rows. But his back's hurting, so we're gonna pull back from rows. Probably do something with machine, but definitely dumbbell bench. And then we're just gonna mix both our styles of training together. I want to meditate. I feel like when you run your own business, you have a lot of things on the fly. There's a lot of people asking of you. Meditation is huge, but it's nearly impossible. I feel like I need to like hire someone to meditate for me.
For me, I look at it like different modes. Like I wouldn't call what I do necessarily meditation, but even just being present in prayer 5 or 10 minutes in the morning, you know, for me it's more conversational.
Yeah.
So it's like, you know, like I'm talking to you now, but I'm talking with God, and it's just kind of walking through what I want for myself in the day. You know, reflect on the last day, what I'm grateful for. That helps ground me, because some days you know, running a business, you wake up, you're stressed out from the jump. But if you just center yourself on like, all right, what am I grateful for here in this moment? It's like, all right, everything's a little bit lighter. You know, the stress is still there, it's still real.
But it's a little bit more controlled. Fun fact, Aaron's Filipino, and Aaron, he goes to church a lot, he prays a lot. Like, bro, you would catch him too. If we were about to eat, to do one of these. And that made me think of like, holy shit, like growing up, I used to be like that. Because I'm Filipino, bro, God is everything, you know what I mean? Bro, forget my mom went to hit the lottery or something, she has a rosary in hand.
Man.
So I actually been doing it, but on my own terms. But I've just been praying every day, just because I feel like that's the only thing I can do right now. If I can't meditate, at least I can say a prayer. You never caught me doing it yet.
Prayer is everything, man, I'm telling you.
But I actually do it in my car. Like before I go upstairs or once I get into my car in the morning,
Yeah.
I've been reading out a prayer. If my mom's watching this, she's probably happy right now.
Yeah, man, that's real.
She's like, yo, should we just talk to him in like Toronto slang? Like, you know how you
I gotta get used to it at some point.
yeah.
We're gonna do Hyrox.
Yeah.
That's how I better get used to
You
it.
guys hear that? Rick's gonna do Hyrox. You gotta do it. Maybe plan a race later in the year or early next year.
That'd be crazy though, crazy transition, because like you're known for like bodybuilding and stuff, right? That'd be dope.
And I feel like he's not forcing it too. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't seem like he's, yo, I want to do it because like it's a trend. It's like, yo, I want to be lighter on my feet.
Yeah.
So like there's a lot of people in the industry now who've done bodybuilding and they just want to do the next trendy thing. I don't get that off Merk. Merk's like, yo, I genuinely just want to do it.
I want to be more mobile, more athletic. I used to want to be like as big as possible. I always look younger, so I always want to look as old as possible. And then once I turned like, even last year I turned 26 and I was closer to 30 than 20. I was like, hell no, I'm shaving my beard, I'm losing weight, I'm trying to look young. Like I'm in no rush to age, you know? Trying to keep it healthy, man.
Yeah.
Next one, so we did the pull-ups, we did the bench press. Now we're going ahead and doing this, which is like a high row, courtesy of Sir Aaron the Third.
Too late, man. It's too late.
Yeah, it's too late, bro. Like, being in Canada, if you watch the Leafs, fucking atmosphere is incredible. You watch the Raptors, ass, because the Raptors are just straight cheeks. Yo, I took my girl to a Bills game with my homie and his girl. Bro, the atmosphere in an NFL game, I swear to you, if I grew and I had the chance to play football, I would have been an NFL player. I would have been Stephon Diggs, straight up.
Bro, you got that vibe.
Yeah, I would.
This dude would definitely be a Stephon.
Yeah, I would be a Stephon Diggs 100%. I'd spend my entire paycheck on Go Yard underwear and everything. Nah, I'm playing. I feel like athletes now, like if you're like a Stephon Diggs or like an OBJ, you're a good-looking dude, but you could probably make more money out of NFL.
Yeah, that's what killed him too. Is like you get injured, and all of a sudden, like your chance of having Pro Bowl seasons
Is out.
is done.
And you're like, okay, now Dolce & Gabbana wants to pay me like $2 million to do this, and I don't have to play.
Versus I got like 9 months of rehab. You know, you can still go through it, but it's also gonna be, you start tearing up your knees, your ankles. Like that's tough to get back to the same speed with the same confidence. Like I can't imagine how tough that would be.
I couldn't.
So I get it, man. They're getting their bag one way or another.
But if you're an NFL player, what player would you be?
I'm not gonna lie, I was like Brian Dawkins, who's a safety for the Eagles. He was just known for taking people's heads off.
Really?
That was it, man. I love hitting.
Yeah.
Like, it's better to hit than be hit. Play defense.
Yo, Merk's a gangbanger for sure.
Yo, shit.
He's one of the Crodies for sure.
One of the Cronums.
Listen, I don't know what that means, but don't come in my area of the field. That's all I'm saying.
Once you just start seeing people like in the gym rocking your shit, or like you see people in like fashion rocking your shit, like, okay, yo, now I just want to go above and beyond with this. Because that's the high I'm on right now. I'm like, yo, like I start seeing people, or people send me photos of, yo, what the f, this guy's wearing Glorious. I'm like, hey, yo, I need to like push this. What do you want to leave like the earth with? Like your own legacy, you know what I mean? So like if you have the advantage to do that and you already have like a few hundred or a few thousand people already doing it, that's rocking your brand is what I'm saying. Oh, why the fuck not go all in, right? Yeah. And like the way I look at my pace, I don't want to compare my pace to like a Gymshark. I don't want to compare my pace to like a 247, like representative thing. I gotta focus on like my pace, right? And as long as you focus on your pace, you're enjoying the process, oh, it's easy.
That's a good lesson for life, man.
Yeah, just look at that's the biggest thing is like, just look at your pace. Because the minute you start looking at someone else's pace, my run club last year, I did 4 run clubs in Toronto. And people are like, yo, do it more often. I'm like, bro, you start paying for the shirts then. You know what I mean? Because I'm giving out 100 shirts.
Yeah.
So what I did was every time I had a drop is I put money away, put it towards the run clubs, and boom, just like that. But if I started doing run clubs more often, then I'd have to knock on people's doors. I was telling Dom the other day, I would have to knock on a door like his and be like, yo, like, you want to invest? But then it doesn't feel as satisfying because you're not building from the ground up. You know what I mean? Nothing to knock about people that get investments and stuff. But like if you're actually like just going at that pace of like, yo, let me build up money, okay, fund it, because I made this drop. Okay, let me build more money, fund it. Like it's just more satisfaction. It's just a winning feeling, right? And I don't want to get to a point where like I'm charging like an arm and a leg for a shirt. Because bro, there's probably people that are like looking up to you and like, yo, I want to look like Merk. Oh shit, his shit's like $300. I can't look like Merk. And you're untouched at that point.
Yeah.
Right?
That's facts, yeah.
So. YouTube, we're gonna go ahead and do some Hyrox stuff. We're gonna do 15 calories on the skier, depending on how busy the turf is. We're gonna do some turf work, and then yeah, just keep it simple. I don't want to do everything Hyrox just because I had a banger workout this week with brother Dom. So we're gonna just do skier, some sled work, and then we're Gucci. And this is Merk's first time, so.
I don't know what to expect.
Imagine, yo, he did this, he's like, yo, fuck Hyrox, I ain't doing that shit anymore.
Bro, I pretty much said I'd do it, so even if I don't like it, I'm kind of in it now.
I mean, he has football background, so.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, background isn't way back.
What I'm worried about is like, yo, like when you're running in Hyrox, sometimes like if you're running too slow, someone will like shoulder you. So yeah, that's what I'm worried about. Next thing you know, Merk's, yo,
no, we're on the same team. We're the other teams, you know?
Yeah.
Knock them off course a little bit. It's okay.
Imagine this guy gets brushed.
Bro, we just brushed. He's like, yo, so what's out there? The Tims come out of nowhere.
You knock him out.
They spawn on my feet. That shit would be wild. That shit would be wild.
But when you do it, think about a hip hinge. So you're only gonna hinge like this and shoot back up. Practice first.
So it's not so much a squat as a hip hinge.
Nah, bro.
Are we doing?
If you did a squat, bro, your quad's gonna get cooked.
Okay.
So practice first. So start here, and then pull down, like you're that hinge, and then shoot up. And then when you go down, just bring your arms all the way up. Yeah. Let's do 15 calories together. Yeah, you got it. Make sure your arms are following up to here, to top of chest, all the way back here. Top of chest, all the way back here. So now you broke it down, right? Main focus is the lower body, pulling in and out with your legs, and your arms follow through, but make sure that it stays in that path of extension, here, and repeat. Okay. That's the path, exactly. Okay. You get me?
Yeah.
And it's okay to lean back like this, because you're just getting more extension. Exactly. Inhale when you go in, exhale, just pull back. Seen this skier, we did the row. He feels his heart rate going. I'm trying to do my best as a coach to be like, yo, this is when the breathing technique kicks in. Now we're doing the sled push, which is the second movement. And this jacks up your heart rate a lot. But you just gotta understand, that's just a part of like what the race is and what the workout is like when your heart rate's jacked up, it's not a sign for you to slow down or stop. It's a sign for you to be like, hey, yo, how do I adjust to this? Okay. You got me?
Yeah, manage.
Yeah, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna just go do a length each. So I'm gonna push it down, and then you're gonna push it down, and then we go back to the skier. Okay. Okay? So
I'll do stairs 30 minutes twice a day.
yeah.
So like my tolerance for sweat is decent, but the pace of this is higher than what I normally go, so I'm feeling it.
Yeah.
Even though I'm not sweating, it's gonna just mess me up a little bit. It's good though. How often do you do this in a week? 3 times? I can say. And then how many rounds? Like when you're training for yourself for a race, like what do you?
We typically, like Aaron jumps along with me. We typically do 6 to 8.
Yeah.
6 to 8.
But it's not just this. Like there's other things you gotta factor in and include.
Right, because there's a running component too.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like one long run would be my schedule right now is strictly easy run on Sunday. So that's about like for you guys like 7 miles or something, or 8 miles. And then after that, Monday would be just a lower strength day. And then you do like rounds on just the skier. Right, you do 250 meters, repeat that 10 times. And then Tuesday would be an upper strength day, and that would typically look like similar to what we did. And then we have to do like the row work. And then Wednesday is just like strictly running, where you're trying to work on speed. So you do like 400 meter repeats, similar to like,
That'd be fun.
Exactly. And then you just repeat that whole cycle. Okay. So
Stack it up. Although you got some good gyms in Toronto too. Even don't lie, because I enjoy looking at like the design elements of this. I could tell you obviously have an eye for it between your brand and just you know the attention to detail you put in things. So I'm like, even a raw concrete in your spot in your apartment,
bro.
I was like, this man, I know this man knows. Like there is intention behind it. I like that, man,
like,
for real.
Literally, My girl and I, when we were looking for places, like, bro, if you live in downtown, you know you live in a condo in downtown. You know what I mean? Like, all of them look the same. We were like, yo, we gotta be like we want to live somewhere where we actually want to live. So we thought about high ceilings, concrete floors, concrete ceiling. That was the vibe. And luckily, that's the biggest thing when you find a partner. You gotta get a partner that sees eye to eye with you, especially when it comes down to like, even the small detail of like how you guys look at art or design.
That's so important.
Bro, if you guys out there trying to find a wifey, you guys gotta be eye to eye, or else it's gonna be a bunch of headaches. If I wake up in the morning, I wanna make sure I'm looking at something that like motivates me. Bro, we went to Dom's house, bro.
Oh, I can't imagine. Crazy.
Bro, it's dumb. Like, it's just dumb, stupid nice. Shout out to Dom. He obviously worked hard for that, but yeah, even like the gyms that we have, like Aaron too, like we have 2 gyms that we go to in Toronto, but Aaron's like, yo, we're shooting content. I'm like, yeah. He's like, all right, we gotta go to that next gym. I was like, all right, cool, let's do that.
You appreciate, especially if it's the space you live in, that you put energy into.
Yeah.
You put the right energy into it, it's gonna give you that energy back.
The place that you had in Ohio, that place was fire too.
Man,
Like industrial vibe.
It used to be an old tire factory that they converted into apartments. Like,
Crazy.
I missed that spot. Like high ceilings.
That's sick aesthetic.
It had the original
Yeah.
factory floors. I was like, man, I'm not gonna like buildings don't exist that are that old down here. I appreciate you.
Merk's a real one.
I fuck with Jeff.
Yeah, there you go.
And
So-
this Hyrox thing.
That's why, who knows, maybe end of 2025 or early 2026, we're gonna go run a Hyrox workout. I'm down for it because, yo, straight up, he's down to throw down. If you guys them, the Timberlands coming out. So,
You're rocking the Timberlands for the race, imagine.
yeah,
Timberlands and some shoulder checks.
drop something for them. Tell them, so, I don't know, yo, this is the one question. All right, Merk, if there was something challenging in life that you had to face, what was it and how did you overcome it?
Is this the real question?
Yeah,
that's a heavy question. Like,
Okay, yo,
stuff.
if there's a message
I
you
got
do,
it.
if there's a message that you do want to give out to like the youth or give out to like the audience, what would it be?
I think kind of touching on what we touched on today, like focus on what you can control, number one, and don't compare your race to someone else's. You know, go your speed, be grateful for what you have, and keep focusing on what you can control. Because if you can stay in that zone, it's about improvement. Improvement over proving. That's what it is right there.
And to run off of what he said there, like if you actually just focus on your race, like there's not going to be the anxiety of like trying to get XYZ done because you're at your own pace.
Yes,
Like
sir.
if you're on someone else's pace, obviously the anxiety is going to kick in. You're like, yo, how come I'm not doing it at that person's pace? Right? And anxiety is a real thing, and that's just a bitch. Sometimes that bitch just bends me over, bro. It's fucked.
Hey, but at your own pace and understand that it's gonna come in the timing that's meant for you. It's kind of it's all different ways to say the same thing, but trust it. Whether you believe in God, the universe, whatever, like trust that what is meant for you will come to you, and trust that it's gonna come in the time that's meant for you when you're prepared to receive it. So that's my out of breath heart in my ears advice, because I can't even hear myself
Telling
talk,
you,
man.
Hyrox gets the best out of people.
Yeah.
But shout out to you,
I appreciate you, Jeff, for real.
of course. You guys know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one.